Okay, tonight's video will look at volume, which is the third unit of measurement that we're going to talk about. We've looked at length and mass already. And so tonight we're going to look at volume and how we measure that. So to get started, volume is the amount of 3D space an object takes up, right? Mass was the amount of matter in it, like literally how much stuff is in that object. And volume is the amount of 3D space the object occupies. Right, so oftentimes we measure liquids in terms of their volume, and it gives us an idea of how much we have. And so the base unit of volume in the metric system is the liter. Right, and a liter is equal to a cube. We say 1 cubic decimeter. So basically, that's equal to, in size to a cube, 10 centimeters on a side. Cube 10 centimeters per side. Which brings us to our metric units that we need to know for volume. First off, the big easy one is a liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. Just like a meter is equal to 1,000 millimeters, or a gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams, like we had from our previous ones, right? Same prefix, milli means thousandth. So 1 liter is going to be 1,000 milliliters. All right, that's pretty straightforward. That fits with everything we've done so far. But the next conversion that we should know is that a milliliter is also the exact same as something called a cubic centimeter. Oh, no, I don't want a numbered list. I want bullets. So it's the exact same thing as a cubic centimeter, right? Which is going to be centimeter. Nope. There we go. Centimeter cubed. So a cubic centimeter. Sorry about that. And so what that means is, right, this is one. It's basically saying a milliliter is equal in size to a cube 1 centimeter on a side. So a centimeter in length times a centimeter of width times a centimeter of height. That's 3 centimeters multiplied together. When you multiply the same thing 3 times, that's the same thing as cubing it. So 1 milliliter equals 1 cubic centimeter. We will talk about this more in class tomorrow, but this is kind of a special conversion that you need to know. So I'm going to put some stars next to it. All right, this is important. Oh, no, I don't want it in bold. Just some stars. All right, this is a special conversion that we need to know. Fortunately, it's really easy, because if I wanted to go from milliliters to cubic centimeters, all I have to do is rewrite the exact same number. So that's pretty sweet. So that's volume. All right, we've got some examples down here. 1,500 milliliters would be larger. That's only 1,000 milliliters, etc., etc. So measuring volume. All right, so to measure volume, we're going to use a graduated cylinder. All right, so the instrument we use is called a graduated cylinder. All right, and we're going to read our measurement based on the bottom of what's called the meniscus. So when you pour liquid into a graduated cylinder, it naturally forms this little curved bowl shape. And that's because the liquid, whatever liquid it is, likes to stick to the walls of the container, and so it kind of gets pulled up a little bit. Right? So we always measure from the bottom of the meniscus, because that's going to be our most accurate measurement. And graduated cylinders are actually calibrated to take into account the extra liquid up here. So even though there's a little bit of water up there, the markings on the graduated cylinder take that into account. So if you read the bottom of the meniscus, you're going to get an accurate measurement. So you read off the bottom of the meniscus, you make sure you're at eye level with the water. And for this example, it would be 40, 41, 42, 43 milliliters for the example pictured right here. Would be the volume of water in that cylinder. So let's walk through and see step by step how to do that. All right, so steps to measure volume. Step 1 is we want to find the difference between consecutive, meaning in order, on the graduated cylinder. So 50 and 40 are consecutive. They are in order. So 50 minus 40 gives us 10 milliliters. Step 2, I'm going to count how many steps to go from the smaller line to the larger line. Right, so to go from 40 to 50, it's going to be how many steps? I don't count. 40 is not 1 because I haven't taken a step yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 steps. Step 3, divide the milliliter difference by the number of steps. And this gives you how many milliliters each step is worth. So a lot of them, it's going to be pretty straightforward. Like this milliliter, each one is worth 1. Each line is worth 1 milliliter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 divided by 10 gives me 1 milliliter per step. Number of milliliters per step. And then we're going to find the bottom of the meniscus and calculate volume. So 40, I know that each step now is worth 1, 41, 42, 43. You'll see some in class, especially big graduated cylinders, where each step might be worth 10 milliliters, or smaller ones, each step might be worth 1/10 of a milliliter. All right, these numbers are always going to be pretty easy numbers. So if you divide and you get like 0.0723, you should go back and check your math. It's always going to be a really nice, clean division. So here are just some quick practice ones. Let's take a look at these. So I've got for column A, all right, I'm going to work through my steps. Step 1, the difference between consecutive numbered lines. 60 minus 50 is 10. Step 2, count the steps from the smaller line to the larger line. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 steps. Divide the milliliter difference by the number of steps. It was a 10 milliliter difference divided by 10 steps. Tells me that each step is worth 1 milliliter. So now I need to find the bottom of my meniscus. So 50, 51, 52 milliliters would be my volume for that graduated cylinder. Let's take a look at B. Again, 2 consecutive numbered lines. All right, 35 and 40. The difference is 5. Number of steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. 5 divided by 5 again is 1. Again, these are nice easy numbers, right? I'm not getting 0.6. Each step is worth 1. So that means 35, 36, 37 milliliters for example B. Alright, so make sure you write a summary at the bottom of your notes, and I will see you in class tomorrow.